Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about a product that I received in my October Ipsy subscription, and that is the LARITZY Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Aura. I had not tried anything from this brand before, nor had heard about this brand before, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what I learned about the brand. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the product. I am going to show the application of the product as I do not have any of it on right now, and then I will give you my thoughts on the product. And for all of that, there will be timestamps down below so you can watch the part of the video that you want. So let's talk about LARITZY Cosmetics, and I'm going to start by saying that I'm going to refer to it as LARITZY because I think that sounds the nicest. In my research, most of the time you see their name now, it is entirely in caps, but I did find on their Facebook page, it was large L, little a, large R, small I-T-Z-Y, which leads me to believe it's LARITZY, which to me sounds like the opposite of ritzy. It sounds very cheap. And I do understand that this brand is sort of founded and headquartered in Montreal, which is French, but something about LARITZY sounds like it's trying to be classy and it's not. So I'm going to just refer to it as LARITZY because maybe they're trying to move in that direction by not having it be by having it be all capitalized. They are a relatively new brand, having been founded in 2016, and there's not a huge amount of information out there about them. Most of what you find if you search them online is reviews of their products, but they do have an About Us page here on their website, so I'll read you a little bit of this. It does say that LARITZY Cosmetics was born in August 2016 out of a desire for more options, more transparency, more positivity, and more thought. I wanted to feel 100% confident in the entire process from design to retail so that I could pass that confidence along to you. With an itch to create something amazing, I spend endless nights looking at every aspect, from formulation to the manufacturing process. Our line of products is cruelty-free, vegan-friendly, and long-lasting. Most importantly, LARITZY only uses the highest quality skin-loving ingredients that moisturize and condition your skin at the same time. We're always free of parabens, BHT, BHA, and phthalates because it's the 21st century. Animal welfare is something that's extremely close to my heart, which is why it was so important for me to ensure all of our products are never tested on animals. At LARITZY, everything is made with love for humans and animals. I've absolutely loved creating this line for you, and I'm honored to share it with you, and that is signed by Emily, who is a co-founder. I'm not really sure who the other co-founder is. This is really the only information I was able to find at all about sort of the brand owners. And this is a pretty limited product range at the moment. So they basically have liquid lipstick, lip gloss, dew pots, which are kind of like a cream highlight, light sticks, which is also a highlight, lipsticks, which is sort of a crayon version of a lipstick, and then some bundles in there of that. So basically it's lip products and highlights. And if you look through their pricing, it's not as expensive as getting some things from Sephora would be, but it's maybe a little bit more expensive than the drugstore. And as I said, they are headquartered in Montreal, although from the product that I received, this one at least was manufactured in China, but designed in Montreal, which is fairly near and dear to my heart as they are less than 2 hours down the road from here. Now, they don't have a huge selection of colors in each line. They seem to have some pretty nice nudes and pinks, sort of typical colors. In their lipsticks, you aren't finding anything that looks like it's, a purple or a black or anything like that. I have seen some really good reviews of their liquid lipsticks and some of their other products, but just like watching my reviews, I always take all the reviews out there with a grain of salt because what works great for one person doesn't necessarily work great for everyone. So let's talk specifically about this lip gloss. This is the Aura Holographic Lip Gloss, which is a limited edition. Now, I feel like I have to point out, this is not truly holographic. It does not have all the colors of the rainbow in here. It's sort of a duochrome kind of thing. It shifts between looking quite green in the tube, but also if you turn it at different angles, you can see pink and purple on there. I mentioned it is limited edition. However, I've also seen on their site that some lip sticks that were limited edition before, or liquid lipsticks, are now in their collection. So it seems like if something becomes popular, it may come into their permanent collection. This is described as a three-dimensional holographic shimmer which will give you an out-of-this-world shine. Wear it on its own for a luminous sheen or over top of any lip color to add explosive shine. Each luscious swipe is packed with hydration and formulated for ultimate comfort. And in the actual description of this, when you look at the description of the colors of all the lip glosses, it actually is properly described as iridescent sheer gloss. So it is iridescent, not holographic. And this is $16, so as I said, less expensive than something at Sephora, more expensive than something at the drugstore. Currently on my lips, I have Verona, which is a very brownish nude Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick. I'm going to put this Aura lip gloss over top to show you what this looks like when you layer it on top of something that is more matte. Now it does have a very, very subtle sweet flavor. Not flavor, I'm not eating it, smell, which is nice in the sense that if it's going to have a scent to it, it's nice that it's sweet, but it's not kind of overpowering sweet like some things that smell like you're putting frosting on your lips. It does come with a nice little doe foot applicator. And I hope you can see that it's adding sort of a nice pink reflect on top of here. I'm gonna put a bit more on. This lipstick wasn't 100% dried down when I'm putting this on, so it's mixing a little bit with the gloss. So the effect you end up getting is a very subtle sheen of bright pink on top of what you're wearing, which sort of seems to give everything a little bit more dimension. I'll just zoom you in to show you. So I'm hoping, especially on my bottom lip, you can see that sort of dimension of iridescent pink on there. Now I also can show you what this looks like just going onto my lips plain as a lip gloss, as I have worn it that way as well. And the iridescent pink does come out a little bit more if you're not layering it, or if you're layering it on something that has completely dried down. So I will tell you that I like this gloss a lot more than I thought I would. When I first looked at this, it really had a green sheen to it. And I thought, okay, it's gonna be one of those like holographic iridescent lip toppers that gives you a really yellow or green or blue look to it, which just isn't that flattering on the lips or, you know, on the cheeks or anything like that. However, what really comes out when you put this on is the pink, and it adds a noticeable but still subtle dimension to the lips. It's like glossy, but not in a wet, shiny kind of way, just with this sort of interesting effect to it. And I tend to, in my day-to-day life, wear fairly subtle makeup. I have had no problem wearing this to anything that I have been going to because it adds a little something, but you're not gonna look at someone and go, oh, you're wearing like iridescent lip gloss. No, it's just that little bit of interest and dimension and shine that really can make something look new and different and sort of interesting in a really nice way. This actually feels very hydrating and like moisturizing for your lips. It really feels like you're putting on something that is treating your lips and adding more moisture to it. Now, I will say if you are somebody who does not like a thicker lip gloss, you may not like this. If I have this on right now, as I do, and I go out walking in the wind with my hair down, it's gonna be, sorry, I'm trying to show you. It's gonna be stuck to my lips because it is thicker. But I do think there is that trade-off between having a thicker lip gloss, which may, you know, do things like cause your hair to get stuck to it, but it feels like nourishing and like it is locking moisture into your lips. So I think this is something really special and neat, and I think that I'm going to get a ton of use out of this. Way more than I thought I was going to. I opened this up and thought, this is kind of gimmicky, but it's not. It's really, really nice. I think that it is well made. I think that it is worth the price. I think that it is very versatile in that I'm looking forward to trying this layered on top of different lipsticks to see what it looks like and what it adds, because I think this is gorgeous. That is my review. If you like this review, give it a thumbs up. If you have also tried this or tried other iridescent glosses or other iridescent makeup, leave comments down below. Let me know about them. I love to hear about new products from you guys I haven't heard about. I love to hear if you agree with me, if you completely disagree with me. All of that in the comments. I do try to respond to every comment that I get as much as possible. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I'll make my face pop up right there so you can click on it and be subscribed. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.